Hello and welcome to Gamers Health with Eric and Rach. It's a Friday night, so we still bandwidth from the usual tavern chat, and we talk Gamers Health. And I think Gamers Health is important to talk about, personally, this week.
Yeah.
And we're not just, we talk on about your health, and it's not just your physical health, it's your spiritual, it's your mental, it's your emotional health. And I think this week, for many people, emotional health, mental health. Maybe you're taking a hit. Okay. Tonight is January 8th of 2020. 2021. Holy shit, that's right. We're in a new year.
We certainly are.
Holy
2021. We said see you later bad in 2020 last week.
That's right. Hey, I got out of 2020 with just 3 hospitalizations. Let's
let that one go.
Yeah, let's start 2021 and end 2021 with no hospitalizations. Woohoo!
Yeah, and hopefully 2021 can get better than the way it's kind of started.
Yes, and that's kind of like the elephant in the room. Events this week have been on one level farcical and on another level
downright scary.
Yeah, downright scary is right. We don't talk politics. We don't talk real world drama aside from COVID, which has been
or ever tell anybody what they should believe about it.
Right.
I can say I think it's bothering everybody wherever you fall. I don't think anybody wants to see our country like this, and things happening like that. I know it impacted me. Let's see, it was Wednesday that this all happened, and Wednesday night, it was really hard for me to sleep. I woke up like anxious, and then started thinking about, maybe I should grab my phone and look up, look up the news, see what else is happening everywhere else, and So, what happens is, like, your mind, when you're anxious about things like that, your mind starts to snowball. You can't shut off that need to know.
Yeah.
And so, it was kind of a rough night. Thursday, Friday, Thursday definitely got better. But still, it's difficult to move past. And so for me, I think I need to really limit my news watching. That tends to help, maybe, limit it to watching a few YouTube videos and watching a little bit of the news, but not on that 24/7 like you get
cycle. Yeah.
Because it repeats and repeats because you expect something new.
Let's be honest, okay? We talked about for the last 20 years that we are in this 24-hour news cycle, but you know what? We are also now in a 24-hour social media cycle. And now social media and the news, they interact and they overlap in ways that we don't even realize. And a lot of people are getting the news via social media, and a lot of news has turned into its own social media. It's all about getting the clicks and getting the views. Let's just be honest about it. So, listen, I am not a medical health professional. So any advice you get from me is me talking out of my ass when it comes to this. But I'm going to say my suggestion is, and I know a lot of people that I know on both sides of the political aisle. If you don't know me personally, so I have my own beliefs, certainly, but I like to be able to listen to both sides, and I like to pretty much ground myself somewhere in this neutral area in between the extremes. And I know people. What the hell?
What's that? What happened, baby?
Did
you bring your fishy?
She brought her fishy.
Thank God.
She caught and found her stuffed fish. Ah, that's our cat Sadie. God help us. All right. But what I was going to say is, I know people on both sides of the political spectrum that have said, "I
Yeah,
am,
get on up there.
I am deactivating my Facebook account," or "I am going social media silent. I'm not reading anything. I'm not." You got to do what is best for you. That's certainly. But I think all of us, and this includes me, I've decided that for the most part, I am not looking at my Facebook mainstream anymore. I'm just looking in groups. I'm looking at my gaming groups because I know for the most part, the gaming group should be full of the real world issues and drama. I don't need that in my entertainment, right? Because social media is supposed to be entertaining. It is not supposed to be obsession. And I think that's what it becomes for some people.
Yes.
Also, I think you're going to find out, and if you haven't found this out prior, is that a lot of people, and I'm not going to name names, but they get their internet muscles, their social media muscles, they're big guys and gals on social media, and they talk shit, right? And I had an individual who has talked shit about me because of my, generally speaking, neutral stand on things. And yet at a convention, we're like, "Oh my God, Tenkar, come over, shake my hand, give me a bro hug and all that stuff. So good to see you. Glad you made it, yada, yada, yada." And then back on the internet, they act like a total fucking
Tool.
yes, thank you, tool. There are people that are like that. And they are two
And you
separate.
wonder which is the genuine part. And they might both be
Yeah,
very
I was
genuine.
about to say they might both be very genuine parts, but
But you
social,
just get divorced for that reality
yeah,
of that person when you're
it's like having a split
saying what you're
personality.
saying on the internet.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
or
like
have to be seen saying what you're
right
saying.
because your social media persona suddenly becomes your persona, and I don't have an issue like that. I mean, what you hear when you hear me and Rach, or me and Joe, or me and Bad Mike, or starting probably next week, me and Glenn Hallstrom. What you hear from us when you hear us talking about whatever we're talking about, that's us. All right, that's it. I don't. I've lived 53 years of this on this world. I've had health scares this year. The last thing I need to do is waste energy and drama playing another persona. So what you get, what you see, is what you get. It isn't always how it works though on social media. So again, my suggestion to you is to look at your use of social media and do a short evaluation inside your head. What are you using it for, and is it a general pro or general con? And in my case, my regular feed, like when I go in and I see people's posts on Facebook that aren't filtered by being part of a group of gamers, there's a good portion of that I find either upsets me or works me up or whatever. You know what? I'm not gonna check those anymore. I'm gonna ignore that. Which in my case means that I'm probably not gonna be looking at social media from my phone much in the immediate future. I'm gonna be looking at it from my computer because it's easier for me to go directly into groups on Facebook or directly go into groups on MeWe. You gotta take actions that are best for you. And
Whatever protects you.
right. And you know, I just don't need the stress. I don't need the distraction. That's the other thing. Social media can be a one huge fucking distraction. And I'm certainly guilty of allowing it to be so. And I know some creators out there that are like, I gotta back off social media. I gotta close Facebook down to just direct family, yada yada yada. You know what? I understand it completely. I do.
Yeah. It's when we spend time on inappropriate things, like we're supposed to be working to conserve energy. And so when we, spend our energy on things that are useless and not going to change anything. Things that like get us stuck in ego stuff,
Right.
like, these arguments and stuff, that it's sort of like, why would you waste your breath, when, at this point, because we're all trying to like deal with the virus that's over there, over here too, it's everywhere. There's a virus out here, and being able to, have that energy to be able to protect ourselves from that, be able to, come into who we are and be well for ourselves. If we're too depleted with energy that's going on, all this internet stuff, all the social media stuff, then we don't have our energy stores that we need.
Right. It can be a huge distraction. And I think social media can be very good when properly channeled. But I think right now we're learning that social media is a huge time sink and distraction at best. And I don't know, something possibly even more dangerous at worst. So, just our thoughts on that. That's the elephant in the room, so to speak. Now on to a more joyful topic.
Oh yeah.
So we experiment with our cooking our dinners. Now I had bought something which I hadn't really used much of until recently, when I made some cheese biscuits. Carb Quick, and Carb Quick is a low carb flour. It's got, I guess, baking soda already in it. The biscuits came out good. We actually made the biscuits for New Year's Eve. We made the biscuits in a France.
They were good. They were like cheddar baked biscuits, man. They were that good.
So
from Red Lobster.
Yeah, they tasted like that.
You gotta know.
But with Franks in them, because you gotta roll.
Well, we were used to having pigs in blankets.
Yeah, so we had to make our substitute.
Yeah.
So
we'd heard about this this crazy waffle iron that
on one of the YouTube channels.
Yeah.
And this crazy waffle iron makes stuffed waffles. What's the brand?
It's called Presto Stuffler.
Presto Stuffler. So I was like, all right, it's about $50. I think it was like $50 on Amazon. It's like, screw it. We have the flour to make the not the dough, but whatever it is that you make waffles with, the
batter.
Oh, there we go, the batter. I said, that's screw it. We'll try it, and we got it, and it arrived today. So I was like, all right. So I make I follow the instructions for making 6 waffles with Carb Quick. Well, here's the thing. You're forgetting these are stuffed waffles, and they're freaking huge. So really, when you're making one stuffed waffle, you're making the equivalent of 4 waffles. And I made it with barbecue. I guess my mother had slow cooked some beef. Beef barbecue.
It's beef.
It was beef. Oh, maybe it was pork.
I thought it was pork.
All right, so I had pork barbecue, and it really tenderized. It really, it basically shredded. It was that good, and it was leftovers. So I took the leftovers, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe we'll put that in the middle of these biscuits. Here's
waffle.
Oh, and the waffles. Sorry, thank you for the correction.
Sorry.
And I go, and I'll put a slice of cheddar cheese in there with it. Well, you know what? It fucking rocked. But I didn't have enough batter to make the second one for me. So I had to I realized that the first one was cooking, I had to make more batter. But now, of course, I had made enough batter to have a third one. So yes, it was really good. So we made the third one, and I had some frozen berries in the freezer. So I nuked them for a minute, a small handful, and I drained them of most of their water. And then you put the batter in, and then you put the berries in, and you put more batter in, and you close it, and you flip it. You know what? delicious. A healthy, low carb dessert that was awesome. Um, Low sodium too, because we used barbecue sauce that was low carb and lower in sodium. Uh, so now I'm already thinking of what next to make with our.
I still have to eat my dessert.
Oh, you haven't had your dessert yet. Oh,
Well, I had some.
all right.
I tried it and everything.
Okay.
But I was just too full because they were so big.
It was really good. So I'm trying to think what the next thing I'd like to try. I'd like to make like waffle calzones using this. I think that would rock.
Just with like maybe not garlic powder, but like.
We got the garlic spice.
And the Italian spice, like put that in the dough.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So what I would do is I would get
just not a sweet dough, but a
I wouldn't
savory dough.
Right, savory dough, or a savory batter. And what I would use, I would get some Italian sausage, that would be lower in sodium, like a turkey one. Or a chicken one. All right. You have to cook your fillings up first. All right. If they are a meat or something like that. So I would cook that up, slice it thin, and then I would layer mozzarella, some sausage, a little tomato sauce, a little ricotta cheese. I had to buy some ricotta cheese, and then put a little bit more mozzarella up on top. And that would make a nice calzone. I think that would rock. So we're gonna hopefully I can still order from Amazon. I gotta put some ricotta cheese in the Amazon Fresh order. I think that would be awesome. So, folks, when it comes to keeping things fresh in your diet, sometimes you got to splurge. Sometimes you got to say, you know what? And you look at it, it's like, well, how can waffles be healthy? Now, they give you a recipe to make waffles using cauliflower and I think mozzarella cheese.
Oh, we're gonna have to try that.
But yeah, definitely. But you can also
coconut flour,
almond flour. There's a lot of different ways you can go around this.
But I love the idea of the cauliflower, right?
Yeah.
We were trying to find that Oprah pizza a while back.
Yeah, I don't know how great that's going to be. I think
we couldn't find it. But we wanted. It wasn't that it was Oprah's pizza. It was more that it was like cauliflower crust. And we were like, how does that work? How does that come out?
Right. So, I don't know if we're going to do a cauliflower pizza per se. Cauliflower pizza just doesn't excite me.
I mean, for shits and giggles, or a calzone, you put that stuff that you were talking about in it, and cauliflower is king since we've been.
Oh, there's nothing you can do with cauliflower. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Using it as a rice substitute, not perfect, but not bad at all. So you gotta keep your menu fresh. You got to experiment a bit to keep yourself from slipping back. And it's very easy to slip back, folks. It really is. So it's a new year, right? 2021. It's a time to figure out what changes that maybe you want to make in your life going forward. And I certainly want to be eating healthy in 2021. Folks, we are in the midst of the world of the pandemic. My advice, Rachel's advice, use your common sense. You're adults, right? We're all adults or young adults. According to my demographics, you're all fucking adults. But listen, use your common sense. You need to use your common sense because you need to keep yourself healthy so you can keep others healthy. All right? And you know how your community is looking. You know whether you're extremely, COVID at risk or not COVID at risk. Take appropriate precautions. That's all I'm saying. Be well. Be healthy. God bless. Roll those dice. And, I already know you. Tomorrow night, you'll get to hear myself and Joe the lawyer in the Iron Rations live stream. It was a blast. We had a really good time. And You'll hear your regular. We'll be back to our regular programming on Sunday. Back to the regular tavern chat. All right, folks. At that moment, I'm out of here. Later, folks.